St. Lucians who participate in the honey and sea moss value chains are said to become the beneficiaries of a project being implemented by the Government of Saint Lucia through Export Saint Lucia in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. The project, titled Empowering Women in Food Systems and Strengthening the Local Capacities and Resilience of SIDS in the Agri-Food sector, is now in its initial stages. The project will focus on the importance of gender awareness as well as ensuring the two value chains are protected against the impacts of climate change.
We have found in St. Lucia that, particularly in agriculture, that women play a great role on the farm or along the value chain in agriculture. However, their contribution is undervalued or not valued at all. And one of the things we want to do is to ensure that women are highlighted and their contribution to the value chain is highlighted throughout the process. Our project in St. Lucia is a little different in that we're not only going to be looking at women, but we also know we have an issue with young men in our society. And so gender is not only about women, but also focusing on those who are most vulnerable in our society.
Along with women and young men, the project will cater to farmers with disabilities. Export Saint Lucia's CEO says the decision to focus on honey and sea moss relies on the fact that there are increasing opportunities to expand in external markets.
We are trying to strengthen our position in the international market. To strengthen that position, we need to ensure that the people who contribute to that sector are all taken care of. And so we need to ensure that the women who are in the water are wearing wetsuits. We need to ensure that the women who are drying the sea moss also are making some contribution, but also get compensated for the work that they do. For honey, we are particularly interested in expanding our markets for honey. We have found quite a bit of interest for St. Lucian honey in the external markets, but we need to ensure that women, once again, young men, and those farmers who have vulnerabilities or disabilities are able to overcome those and be able to participate more effectively in the honey value chain.
Daniel says the project seeks to first build capacity to ensure that all parties are fully integrated into the value chain. Hitting the ground running, Export Saint Lucia recently hosted a 2-day consultation with time allocated for stakeholders in both value chains.
We found that people were alerted a little more, and they had probably an aha moment as to the role that gender plays in the value chain. Like we said earlier, women are in the waters, in the cold, freezing waters related to sea moss production for long hours at a time. However, there are certain peculiarities that women have that we probably don't take into consideration, and their ability to continue that work. Are they properly suited? Do they have the correct equipment to be able to do that work? And so I think they understood, and they had a moment where they could identify with what the facilitators were speaking about in terms of the role that gender plays in the value chain.
Many participants admitted that they were not previously aware of the ways in which gender parity manifests in their occupations. Moving forward, Export Saint Lucia will embark on smaller scale consultations with added focus on climate change. The collaborating organizers have also pledged to assist farmers in sourcing equipment needed to safely take on their tasks. This project is considered as seed capital and is being implemented in part on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Food Security, and Rural Development.